everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Megan and welcome to my channel. So today I thought I would film my everyday makeup routine, which is just this look. If you would like to see how I got this, I'm going to keep this intro nice and short, then just keep watching. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is put my hair back, because if you're anything like me, you get makeup literally everywhere. My room is always a tip after I finish my makeup, so gonna love tidying this up after, but let's go. I feel so weird being back sitting down because I haven't properly filmed since we moved house, like sat down and filmed. I'm just gonna moisturize first with Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. If you've never tried this, it's super cheap and it's so good. Also, my face has literally got no fake tan left on it, so the colour difference is not a vibe, but we're gonna fix that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is prime my eyes. I don't actually use a primer as such, I always use a concealer. This one is the Tart Shape Tape, and I'm just going to blend this in with my beauty blender. This one is not looking its best because they literally get so messy, but I'm just going to bounce this into my eyelids. And this gets rid of literally any discoloration, any like veins in your eyelid. It's great to start off with if you want to wear eyeshadow because it just makes it such a blank canvas. I hope everyone is staying safe, because obviously it's not the best of times at the minute, but as long as everyone is staying as safe as they can, that's obviously the main goal. To set this, I'm going to use this shade here in my Z palette that I made. I think it's a Maybelline powder, I could be wrong, but I'll link it down below because it's stuck right now, and if I try and get this off, it'll probably smash everywhere. I'm just going to use this to set my eyelid. And I normally do one eyelid at a time so it can just proper set. So with quarantine at the minute, I know it's driving a lot of people insane being stuck in the house, but I actually am still at work. I am classed as a key worker. So for me, it almost feels not normal, because obviously it's not normal at the minute, because there's a lot of different things in place. But I do have some kind of structure to my day, so I do think that makes it a bit better. But I can see how much people are struggling if they're stuck at home, because I actually was at home for 2 weeks self-isolating because my mom was really poorly. They don't know for certain that she had coronavirus, but pretty much 98% sure, let's say. But she had it before the test came out, so they would not test her, which was a bit of a nightmare. We had so many ambulances here and everything, and they still wouldn't test her. And honestly, I've never known my mom be that poorly in her life. But the good thing now is she's feeling not 100%, but a lot better than what she was. So it's just a case of making sure she rests and get the last bit of it out of her body. But obviously I was okay, my brother was okay in the house. Next I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Smokey Obsessions palette. If you've watched my channel before, you know how much I love this. What was that noise? If you've watched my channel before, you'll know how much I love this. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take this middle brown shade here, and I'm just going to blend this into my crease. Now this is so quick to do and it takes me no time at all. Should I zoom you in a bit? Let's zoom you in a bit. There you go, you can see a bit better now. So I'm just going to finish blending this into my crease. Next I'm going to go in with this darker shade here. They don't have names, so because this is only a little palette. I'm just going to take a small bit of this, tap off the excess, because this one can give a lot of fallout. Like these do give fallout, but they're pigmented, so I don't mind. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of this on my outer corner, building it up slowly, because like I said, you can always add more, you can't take it away. And also putting it through the last quarter of my eye. I'm just going to take a bit more of this shade on a fluffy brush, because I use an angle brush to get into the outer corner. I'm just going to tap off the excess again, and just blend this so the colours are seamless together. So I'm going to take this silver shade on my finger, so I'm just going to put this on my lid. So once that is on and it looks a bit messy, I'm aware of that, I'm going to go in with that same shade again, the darker one, tap off the excess and just kind of blend it so that it's seamless, because right now it looks like I've just shoved a load of shimmer on my eye and it just doesn't look very nice. So that's pretty much how I just do my eyeshadow on an everyday basis. So next I'm going to use this collection mascara. This mascara is literally, I think it's $2.99 or $3.99. I never really spend a lot on mascara just because I always wear lashes. So I just need something to go underneath, just so it makes everything seamless. Like I said, I also then put lashes on. Now lashes is something that I always get loads and loads of questions on, because a lot of people think they look like lash extensions, but they're actually just lashes. Yeah, so these are from Doll Beauty, and these are the Chloe Elizabeth lashes. These are my all-time favourites. If you've watched my channel before, you know how much I love these, and I always just stick to exactly the same lashes because I know that they work for me. I'm actually going to go and apply these off camera, because me and lashes, it either go one of two ways. I can either get them on straight away, or it takes me ages. So I'm going to go off camera, because the struggle of trying to put these on camera and get in the angle so you can see at the same time is not for me. Right guys, I'm back. Lashes are on, as you can see. These are literally my favourite lashes ever. I just think they're so pretty, and they're not like too much. So eyes for me are the thing that takes the longest. So once they're out of the way, it's kind of just like putting everything on and we're done. So as shown before, I have moisturised. I'm then going to prime with the Benefit Porefessional. I only put this on my nose, chin and forehead, because that's the only place I feel like I need it. I don't prime the rest of my face just because I feel like my makeup stays well without it. So for foundation, I use two. So the first one I use is the NARS, I can never remember the name of this one, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. If you have not tried this literally makes your skin look like glass. It makes you look so smooth, and if you're someone on an everyday basis who doesn't like wearing too much makeup, this would be perfect. But like I said, with me, I'm a bit extra with my makeup, so I also like to add some of the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. This is one of my all-time favourite foundations. The coverage of this is just the best. Like, this is the best coverage in a foundation. This one is in the shade Trailishes, I could never pronounce that one. And this one is in the shade Stromboli. Now if this looks really dark on my face, it's because I'm matching my neck, so please don't stop me in the comments. So I'm going to take a damp beauty blender, which I use for my concealer, which is why it's not looking its best, and the foundation. So what I do is, first of all, I'll pump a few pumps of this one onto my face and start blending this one in. I'm not somebody who is scared to put on foundation. Like, I put a lot of foundation on, I'm not gonna lie, because I just like quite a full glam look, and the only way you're gonna really get that is by putting a lot of makeup on. What is everybody's plan for when they come out of quarantine? Because for me, I feel like my plans are gonna be more full because things are cancelled for this year. Like, I was supposed to be going to New York in April, at the start of April. Obviously now we're in May. I had to think about that for a minute. Remember, we were actually in May. So yeah, I was supposed to be going to New York at the start of April, and with everything that went on, it got cancelled, which is obviously understandable because there's a travel ban anyway, and obviously everybody needs to stay safe. Also, please excuse my nails because I literally never don't have nails on, so for me, this is just not good. So that is the NARS foundation done, and then I put just one pump of this over the top. I just really like the finish of this, so like I said, this is not necessary, but it's just something that I like to do. I just place it on my cheeks, just so if I want more coverage really, so basically my whole face. And I'm just going to blend this in the same way again. So yeah, I was saying New York has got cancelled, so we're going to have to book that again, but we've got until, I believe it's March next year. But we're supposed to be flying with British Airways, and obviously there's a lot of talk at the minute about how they might not necessarily go bust, but like take some of their routes out and everything like that. So we're hoping we can still get to New York, because we get like a voucher to rebook it, so hopefully that all still goes ahead. As well as that, me and my friend the other day decided to book to go see Billie Eilish. She's just someone that I really want to see live. Her tour is supposed to be in July. We booked it obviously thinking that it's going to get changed, because realistically our concert's going to be back on in July, no. So that will probably get rescheduled, but I am looking forward to that. And as I said in my last video, I've also booked to see JLS in November, December. I've booked 2 dates so far, and I'm having to really stop myself from not booking another, because it's just so hard. Like, if anyone that knows me like in person knows how much I love JLS. That's that blended in. I'm then going to go in with Tart Shape Tape, which I used to prime my eyelids and put that underneath my eyes. I only really put concealer now underneath my eyes. I used to put it like on my chin, on my forehead, but as someone that now has dry skin, because my skin's changed a lot, I I just feel like that makes you look quite cakey, so I don't tend to do that anymore. So I've booked to go see them end of November and start of December, because I've got Birmingham and Nottingham as my dates. For Nottingham, I actually bought meet and greet, which was super hard to get hold of. And I've got like front row right in the middle, so if that gets postponed, I'm not gonna lie, I will be gutted. Obviously they've got to keep everyone safe, and it probably will get rescheduled, like they're not just gonna cancel it. But that is just something that I'm just so excited for, that I will be not disappointed, but obviously, you know what I mean, like when you're looking forward to it, for it to change, it's a bit like. So once that is done, I know I do this in a bit of a weird order, but we'll go with it. I'm then going to take my Iconic London Illuminator drops. These are in the shade Original. That's not going to focus, is it? So these are in the shade Original. Just look like this. This is one of my favourite products. I've had these for so long. Like, this is my second bottle of them, but I've had this one for so long, and it's lasted me forever. Like, it's definitely worth the money. And always make sure you put these on your skin when it's like not set with powder. So I'm just going to take this and put some on my cheekbones. Highlight is one of my favourite parts, so some on the tip of my nose, top of my lip. And one of my favourite places to highlight is just underneath my brow. Once that is blended, I then go in with the Doll Beauty Shine Bright Highlight. This is one of my favourite products ever, and you'll see why when I put it on. And I'm just going to put this exactly where, you can literally see that already, exactly where the Iconic Illuminator drops were a minute ago. And that just sticks to that really well. Anyone that's got hay fever right now, are your eyes literally stinging? Because mine are. Right, then when we're looking a little bit too shiny for my liking, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. This is, if you've never tried this, one of the best products. I feel like I keep saying that for everything right now, but genuinely this makeup is like what I use all the time. I always just stick to the same things now, like I said. And I'm going to take my damp beauty blender again. I honestly don't know what I did before a beauty blender. And I'm going to just pack a load of this on and I almost bake underneath my eyes. I do this every day, and even though I've got dry skin, it doesn't make me cakey at all. This just sets it in place and literally makes it last. And also, if you're somebody who has dry skin, I also set the rest of my face with the powder on the beauty blender, and it makes it last ages because you almost pat the product in instead of using a brush and then moving it around. So I'm just going to do that around my whole face. I'm then going to take the Real Techniques contour brush and just take off the excess powder. And then I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in, this never has the shade on, I think it could be Cinnamon. But I always rave about this, and now this has become really hard to get hold of in the UK because it used to be in Debenhams and now they've took it out. So I get this from, the website is called Makeup Pro Store. I feel like you might have heard of it if you've been on YouTube for a long time, because I feel like everybody used to shop there like way back in the day. So that's where I get this from now. I'm going to take the Spectrum, I think it's just the contour brush, and I'm just going to put a load of this on. Bronzer I love because I just feel like it shapes your face so well. And then on top of that, I'm going to take the same palette that I showed before that has the Maybelline shade in that I used to set my eyes. And I've actually put my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in here just because the actual packaging, it broke. Like everything rubbed off on it when I was cleaning it and it just didn't look the best. So I put it in here, and the three bronzer shades in here, like the contour shades, I mix them together and then just put that on top, just because I feel like it's just a little bit darker and it just defines them a little bit more. So I'm just going to do that. I only go very lightly doing this because you can easily go overboard. And then on top of my highlight, because I've obviously put a lot of powders on top, you can still see it, but I like quite a blinding highlight. So I'm then going to take the MAC Oh Darling Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This one was from a Christmas collection, I want to say last year, or was it the year before, one of the two. But this literally lasts forever. Like, you can still almost see the bit at the top, it was like a present. So this is super pigmented, so once again you're only going to need a tiny bit. And I'm just going to go over where I highlighted. Look at that. I'm sorry, Look at that. So I'm going to put this in exactly the same places that I put the iconic Illuminator. Careful not to go overboard on your nose. So this is how we're looking on the skin so far. Really full coverage, really glowy, which is just how I like it. Brows. Brows are something I'm not a massive fan of doing. I do have quite naturally full brows, but once I put my foundation and everything on, they kind of get lost a bit. So all I do is I add a tiny bit of NYX, looks like this, NYX Tame and Frame. This is a pomade, and then I just go over with the L'Oreal Brow Artist. These are both drugstore products, but they're super good, and like I said, I don't like doing too much to my brows, so I just put a tiny bit of this through it and just leave it there. And for this, I'm going to use an angled brush. This one is from Spectrum. So I literally just follow the natural shape of my brow. I don't change the shape of them or anything like that. I just follow kind of what's there. So we've literally got to finish off for eyes and lips, and then we're done. To finish off for eyes, I go back in with my eyeshadow palette, and I take, if anyone's got an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, then they come with a brush. I love this brush for underneath my eyes, and I just take this middle shade, again this middle brown shade, and I just literally put this underneath my eyes just so it all ties together. Now if you can do this without pulling a terrible face, well done to you, because I just can't. And then I take the same mascara again and just put this on my lower lashes as well. I don't like putting mascara on top of my false lashes because I just feel like they look really clumpy, so I just prefer to leave them natural and then put this underneath. So then I'm going to take the Colourpop liner. Now I would love to tell you the shade of these, but it's that small now that it's not on there, but I will find out what it is and put it in the description below. Now I do like to overline my lips quite a bit, but not to the point where it just looks really drawn on. So I'm just going to follow my kind of natural lip line first, and then just go a tiny bit more down, and then I'm going to do the top as well, and I'm going to fill my lips in with this colour as well. Then I'm going back with this Colourpop. This is the I Love, I've tried to pronounce this before and I'm sure this is not how you pronounce it, but I'm so sorry if I'm saying this wrong. I Love Sarahi X Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip. Let me just show you. It looks just like this. So I just put this one on top. This is a liquid lip, which I used to hate liquid lips. If you have any of like the Kylie Cosmetics ones, not to bash her, but I feel like the matte ones of those are quite drying. I feel like if I tried the satin ones, I'd probably like them because I know that Colourpop is a very similar formula. So I feel like if I tried the satin ones of those, I would like it. But this one is a satin, which is why it just does not dry out your lips. So I'm just going to put this over the top of what I've already got on. And then one of my favourite lip products of all time. Now I've seen a lot of other people raving about this. And I also rave about this because it's literally my favourite. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. This makes your lips look so plump, so juicy. And it also lasts a lot longer than what any other lip gloss has on my lips, because I normally find that they come off quite easy, whereas this one, it lasts for a really long time. So I'm just going to put this once again over the top of where it's already on there. Just like so. And you can literally see how pretty that is. It's so glossy. And that lasts for such a long time on my lips. And then we are nearly there. This is the last and final step, setting spray. Now this is also a Holy Grail product. I feel like I've said that about literally every single product now, but I just like my makeup routine. So I'm going to move my hair back and literally spray this all over my face, all over my neck, literally anywhere that I can. The lighting's just changed again, hasn't it? I don't know why, because the sun isn't going in and out. It's so strange. And I'm going to put my hand over my eyelashes just because if they get wet, I feel like they go a bit wavy. So just like so. Use about half a bottle of setting spray because apparently that's what I like to do. But this honestly makes your makeup lock in place. It sinks everything into your skin so it looks like It's really smooth. And I just think it makes it last for such a long time. So I'm just going to fan this. I feel like I need like one of them fans that everybody has, but I don't have one, so it's just going to have to be my hand, I'm afraid. And I'm just going to let this dry. And that is us done, I think. So I've just took my hair down, which I feel like looks super fluffy right now, but we'll just bear with it. And this is the finished look. As you can see, it's really full coverage, quite glowy. The eyes are quite simple to do, and this is just literally my favourite makeup look. I feel like I've used the same products now for quite a while and I haven't switched them out. I literally just keep rebuying them. So if you did like this video, I would love if you could give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and you can also tap the notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload. Apart from that, make sure you guys all stay safe and I'll see you next time. Bye!